Hello, greetings, and of course, g'day mate. I'm the Howlitzer Hound, but of course you can call me Hound or Connar. First video on the channel, well, first video on this channel. I actually have my own channel that I was uploading to with the most irregular consistency that you could imagine. YouTube algorithm is not going to pick that up, so I'm over here now, putting content on Sam's channel, giving him a boost, not like he needs it after that Spawn video. Have you heard about it? He hasn't mentioned it enough, but he got like 2,000 views on it. He doesn't like to talk about it much. If you've seen the title of this video, then you already know what we're talking about today, so rather than just giving a preamble, might as well just jump into talking about what I've got here today. Alright, so before we actually do crack it open, I do want to talk about just how sexy this box is. Look at that varnishing. It's all, like, this isn't just painted on or anything, like, this is, like, detail work. This mostly black look with the Hellfire Club logo there is fantastic. Little slip around here kind of ruins the aesthetic slightly, but it is a slip that we can, well, slip off, so, you know, I'm not going to complain about too much. Oh, no, I'm damaging the box. There we go. Look at that. Fucking makes you cry, doesn't it? It's well quite shut. Okay, kinky. Oh. Look at that. Oof. Oof, it only gets better. It actually only gets better. Is this... What is this? What is that? What is that? It's another detailed little thing. Is that for me to frame? Is that for me to keep? Oh my word. That's a letter. There's a letter there. Is it stuck in? Okay. It's a letter behind a painting. Fancy nerd in me is getting all excited here. Let's go on an adventure. About to find a mystical item in some kind of lair haunted by ancient warrior ghosts. Ah, fuck, I can't read this. It's all in cursive. Alright, so this piece here is taped on there? Yep, alright, I don't want to damage that because that is nice. Now, let's see, let's remove this here. Oh, there's even a backing. That backing is actually quite nice. Hang on. Is it sticky tape in there? Yeah. Of course there's tape. Look at that. The glare is quite intense, but that is nice. That is something I'm keeping. You know what that reminds me of? The late Toy Biz Marvel Legends, they used to do the backings. Like, they had the old clamshell packaging, and you could cut out the back and use it as a diorama. They even gave you, like, little plastic pieces to slip on over here, so you could have them stand behind your figures. That's what that reminds me of, and it's making me a little nostalgic for those Toy Biz days. I'm going to put the sexy box on the ground, and that, my friends, is the notorious foursome known as the Hellfire Club. Well, technically fivesome if you can count the fact that we actually get a separate head for a separate character over here. Celine and Jean Grey doing double duty over here. We'll start with Shaw, why don't we? So, something I've always loved about the Hellfire Club is its Victorian aesthetic. That this piece here represents beautifully. Shaw is kind of an interesting man because he was always kind of like a rather well-built, buff man who dressed quite regally, and I always loved that. The Victorian aesthetic is obviously a huge part of the Hellfire Club's identity, and I love it not just because it gives this sense of grandeur and richness, like, you know, I'm literally rich, but it also kind of alienates them from the world because no one else dresses like this. And because of the exclusivity of the Hellfire Club and its inherent connection to, you know, its historical roots and the fact that you can only really get in there if your parents were members, it's hereditary. It kind of gives it that, not just an old group, it's actually kind of almost out of date conceptually, and I love it. Love the, okay, so I don't know the technical words for this, but that white thing there, which I was about to call an ascot, but I'm pretty sure it's a part of his shirt, because he's got little white things on his sleeves here as well. I've actually got a black version of this shirt. In fact, hang on, let's be thematic. Getting dressed on camera. Alright, should have started with this. Little, that isn't going to get in the way. Got my little thing like there. He's got his little thing. We're practically twins. I love the blue and the red. It's just such a nice combination. It's a very classic combination, but I love it. He's got this cute little bow tie, keeping his hair in check, very colonial Britain style. I've always loved his sideburns. He really rocks those mutton chops. Shaw owns his whole aesthetic. He's got great ankle pivot, which is a must for Marvel Legends these days. If a Marvel Legend doesn't have ankle pivot, I generally consider that a failure. His elbows, double knees. What is his chest articulation like? So his waistcoat and his jacket piece over his torso are all one piece. It's all soft rubber. Or soft plastic, like rubbery plastic. But he's still got all the articulation in there, but is it... So there's a waist joint there, and I think it's just a standard ab crunch in there, which... I mean, you can get him looking forward, but like, while standing up, you can't... That's about all you're getting. It's not great, but then again, you know, they've gone for the single piece. I'm fine with it. It keeps the look together. The aesthetic is what you're going for when it comes to this piece. Plus, Shaw isn't really known for being, at least I don't think he's known for being like an athletic, flippy around dude. He's more of a hit me and I take that power and give it back to you. It's quite an awesome ability that makes him very tanky, which, as someone who always plays tanks in video games, I highly appreciate. So what accessories does he get? Is this... I think technically the book is his. This book here is what clued us in to us getting this Hellfire Club set last year. They done the whole reveal for the HasLab Sentinels, and then they showed this at the end of that live stream. So I'm pretty sure it goes... Does it just slip into his hand here? I mean, he's holding it sort of there, but not very well. He's not really reading that book right there. That's not how you hold a book, but hey, it works for now. He's holding it. The only reason I thought it was for him was because it was next to his feet, but it could just be a misinterpretation. It could go with Emma Frost, actually, because it's next to her as well. Is this someone else's? No, hang on, here we go. We got Wolverine's mask. I haven't read the original run that the Hellfire Club were in. Like, I haven't read it. I think it was like X-Men 129, I want to say they first appeared in. I didn't read it, but I did watch X-Men the animated series. So this visual is not very familiar to me, because I'm pretty sure Wolverine kept his cowl throughout the whole lot. So if there was a moment in the comics where like Shaw or someone took Wolverine's hood and kept it for themselves, I'm not familiar with it. Maybe it even did happen in X-Men the animated series. It's been a while. We've done the Black King. Why don't we do the Black Queen now? So technically, who we're looking at is Jean Grey as the Black Queen at the moment. So that is her right there, and this is going to be fun. It's not easy to pose figures in heels, period, let alone like doing it while also trying to display them off in any particular fashion. This is going to be a hell of a review. Jesus Christ, those heels, girl. God, I don't even know how many inches that is, but it's more inches than what's probably good for your spine. Can't imagine it'd be good walking around like that all the time. Well, she's standing. She's not going to stay that for long, I can just tell it, so... She actually looks quite lovely, doesn't she? And we have a... Is that... No, it just feels like it. So this is her whip, which I'm pretty sure is based on a whip that we already got with a Black Cat. Black Cat we got all the way back in 2014. I think this is a reissue of that, but this feels a bit more floppier than that one. This one feels a little bit more like it's got some movement to it. It's clearly molded into a specific position, so it's not rope or anything. Crop? Or is that metal? I think it's meant to be a claw. I don't know. It's a whip. It is a whip. She whips people with it. Because honestly, the attire didn't give the idea of a dominatrix enough. And now that I know the historical relevance of the sex aspect to the Hellfire Club, this outfit went from dominatrix implicit to straight up. I'm pretty sure the Black Queen's meant to be a dominatrix. I'm not sure if Jean Grey was ever going to get involved with that, which actually raised a concerning issue. The Hellfire Club tried to straight up indoctrinate Jean Grey into their ranks at some point, and that makes this a whole lot creepier, really, doesn't it? Like, Purple Man levels of, like, you're kind of stepping over a line that's... Jean Grey isn't who I would be displaying as the Black Queen. I'll be displaying Celine as my Black Queen. I've already got a Jean Grey. Right. Where'd she go? Right here, in her Phoenix attire, because I haven't gotten the 3-pack Jean Grey yet, which when I do get, will be my standard G Grey. G Grey, Jean Grey. Fantastic stuff, Connor. But that's the head I'll be using. So before we take this off, why don't we have a look at what is, honestly, an absolutely stunning piece of work. Holy crap. Like, that is just really well done. Like, the paint work, the sculpting. Okay, so that is just a very, again, hopefully the camera focuses on what it's meant to. My ugly face is there too, but look at that. That is... She is a gorgeous looking woman. And like, I say that, she's meant to, but it's not always easy to make, 6-inch plastic toys look like genuinely attractive women. It's not easy. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it at all. So I'm amazed that they've been able to do it here, and obviously because it's an exclusive. What I would assume would have been the original plan for a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, if the whole pandemic thing didn't happen, became a PulseCon exclusive, sorry. So clearly they went all out on that head sculpt, and I am digging that so much. I'm actually a little sad that I have no real want to display her using that head because it's so good, but again, I've already got a Jean Grey on my X-Men display, and I don't have a Selene, so I'm going to go with the Selene head sculpt. So let's pop this... Yep, okay, just... Ooh, she's not popping off easy. That's making me kind of nervous. Can I just not do this while she's got the... Do I have to take the cape off? I think I have to take the cape off. Oh. The choker is a separate piece. She's got a little spiked choker here. It's a separate piece. Okay, there we go. The head is on. Oof, boy. Okay, so that is something else. That is something else. Now, those hands are not really able to hold this accessory, so that's an interesting case. I wonder if anywhere there's... Oh, okay, so we've got like a whole bunch of other accessories over to the side here. I'm pretty sure we've got some hands for Selene to hold that whip. No, we don't. These are fists. Is there a whip holding hand at all? Why include a... Oh, hang on. I'm a stupid. I'm a big stupid. There we go. We have a whip holding hand. And just gonna give her whip. Just more implicitly sexual as I go along. I've given this woman an all black leather and huge heels, a bloody massive whip. Are you proud of me, Mum? This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing with my life. You proud of me? We've got a fisted hand. We've got a pair of fisty hands here. I think those fisty hands go with Shaw, but they might also go with Donald here. So I'm just going to put them here, but they are hands of the fists. And a cape that, for some reason, doesn't want to cooperate with his head. It's unfortunate, but again, I don't know if Selene didn't wear the cape. I'm sure she wore the cape. But for now, she's not going to, and if anything, the cape might just, make her severely unbalanced. And why did I pull out one of the high-heeled girls so early in the video? I should have started with the two blokes. Right, so I'm pretty convinced that this is straight up just the same mold as Shaw. It is quite simply the same everything as Shaw. I love the Victorian aesthetic, alright? I love the Victorian noble aesthetic, and that's me. Come on, just grab the book, Shaw. That is way better. Getting it in the actual spine of the book is way, way better. That head sculpt, he looks like William Regal. Look at that, he looks like William Regal. I saw a couple of mechanical hands, which obviously are going to go with Donald here, because the thing about Donald is, unlike everyone else, he hasn't got any mutant powers, he's a cyborg, and so I'm going to pop off his human hands. Oh wow, hang on, this is going to be something else. I have to... There we go. Oh, that was not too bad. I thought because of how large the fluffiness on his arms were, it was going to be hard to get in and get his hands out, but actually that wasn't too bad. There we go. Ooh, the mechanical hands really make him intimidating. Like, that is a scary looking man. Like, the Victorian look with the robotic parts and that face just makes him look like he's going to hurt you. And we've got a bunch of standard Sci-fi guns. Oh, you know what? I know what these came with. I think these are the guns that came with Domino, but they were purple than when they came with Domino, because I guess Domino needs purple guns. You couldn't give her black guns for some reason. I think I'm going to give Donald the pistol. There we go. Boom. That's probably the pose I'm going to keep him in. I don't know if he goes for that pose a lot, but there's just something so cool about that claw type deal with that metal hand. That is fantastic stuff. Alright, I've got accessories everywhere. I need to collect all these. Who was it? Who was it that really used the Magneto helmet? Again, I haven't actually read those classic comics, so I don't know if there's a piece of really iconic imagery that I'm not clicking in my head. I've got to go back and read all that. But I'm already behind on modern X-Men comics. But even if you're behind on classic or modern X-Men comics, there is a good chance that you know at least something that this next girl has been in, because you simply cannot avoid her. Quite literally, if you have read an X-Men comic that has come out in the past 20 years, you've probably read an X-Men comic that has Emma Frost in it. Okay, so she's actually got her own... I guess it's to keep the cape in shape as well as keep her in shape as well. Like, she's got this little plastic tray. Damn. Oh, damn. I'm pretty sure, again, it's the same mold, and I don't know why it is, but the fur cape has kind of drawn my attention more towards just... They were very generous with the cleavage on these toys. Very generous. Generous with the cleavage, kind of generous with the hips as well. Okay, so is the... Oh! So they've made the corset. Well, no, it's not a corset, sorry. It's a bodice. It's a separate piece from the figure, and it's like a nice soft rubber plastic. I think they were trying again, like what they did with these two, to give them some level of like articulation in the chest. Not sure how well it's gone, because really I don't really want to bend the chest forward or back, because it would completely throw off the balance on these girls here, because they're high heels already. I'm surprised Emma is standing as well as she is, though. Maybe I've just got her in the perfect pose, or maybe somehow the cape is helping? I don't know. Usually by now, any figure wearing high heels would have just toppled over, but she's got some balance. She's also got a bit of a power stance going on, so maybe that's it. Perfectly balanced. Well, I wonder why I'm here, actually. Yeah, no, alright. Doesn't go on any of them, it's just a piece for someone to hold. I know Shaw from X-Men First Class, the movie, wears the Magneto helmet, and that's where Magneto gets it from. I think it was Shaw. It wasn't Donald, it was a mutant, it was Shaw. Was Donald even in X-Men First Class? It's been so long since I've seen that. I know Emma Frost was in it, I know Shaw was in it. That's what I know, and I know after X-Men First Class, Emma Frost never came back, which is a really not in line with her character, because like I said before, if you've read an X-Men comic in the past 20 years, you've probably read a comic with Emma Frost in it. She's everywhere. She cannot be escaped. Even when she's not around, she technically sometimes is, because while Emma Frost herself may sometimes go on hiatus, she's got clones. I think it's Kuko. I don't think it's Kako. I think it's Kuko. I'm going to go with Kuko, because I really don't want to be found saying the word Kako. That's just going to get the wrong kind of attention. It's as if me being awkwardly fondling up these in this shirt, looking like an idiot, isn't going to get the wrong kind of attention anyway. So I've actually been specifically saving my 3 Kukos for this moment where I finally unboxed my Hellfire Club, because I don't have an Emma Frost. I've never owned an Emma Frost, and when Sam got me these, I knew that I had this Hellfire Club box set on pre-order with Zing, so I thought, well, I'll wait to open her and then open these guys. Let's shift Emma to the side, because we're about to look at her progeny, a secret Trojan horse unboxing. Nothing really special, I'm just opening a standard Marvel Legends box. It's got the picture of the characters all around when they went through an identity crisis and they all wanted to be different. Cool. It's been a little while since I've opened just a standard Marvel Legends tray. If you want me to tell you which Kuko is which, then you are in for a surprise, because I can't tell you which Kuko was which. I could not tell you. I don't even think I remember their names off the top of my head right now. I think one of them was named Phoebe. That is what we've got. That is actually really cool. I expected there to be a lot more reusage from the Nico figure. So the Runaways Nico figure has a similar aesthetic, but I honestly don't see any reused parts. And I think that's enhanced further by the fact that Nico looks like she's smaller. Yeah, a little bit shorter. A little bit thinner too. Like, the Kuko over here has got a bit more stockiness to her. But yeah, I expected a couple more reused pieces, but I'm not sure if there are any reused pieces. I expected maybe the skirt, but it's a completely different skirt, completely different shoes. They're completely different, and I'm happy with that. I'm so happy with getting unique molds. I'll always be someone to defend, you know, your eels. It's like, well, it doesn't have to be a unique mold, man. It's just a buff dude in a skin-tight suit. Like, you don't need to reinvent the wheel, and you don't need a new mold for that. But for this, it definitely does show that they needed a new mold, because the more I look at the Nico figure, the more I realise that was never going to translate over into being into a Kuko. What is that neck thing? That tie? It's a tie thing around the top there. Someone probably can tell me. Someone in the comments can probably tell me if anyone wants to comment on this video. Please comment on this video. It'll make me feel better. The jacket's actually made of a very soft plastic. The head sculpt here. So this is, like I said, this is when the Kukos all wanted to get their own identities. So they all kind of went about, you know, they all got different hair colors and hairstyles. I think literally only one of them was like, we're the Kukos. We all look the same. That's our thing. Why are you changing that? And the other two were like, nah, I want black hair. No, I want red hair. And so we got the pigtail look. We got the black bob, and then we got the long red hair. Which, you know, I'm all for the different looks. It just meant that I was able to tell the difference between these characters in the scene. But I mean, I don't really think their personalities changed all that much while they did this. And they went right back a couple years later. I think it was in the X-23 book. It was like, it had to do with the whole like clone thing and the sisterhood thing, and all, you know, Gabby was a part of it. That one of the best additions to the Wolverine family that's ever been. Gabby is amazing. We need a honey badger toy. Like, we need a honey badger. Like, Hasbro, give me my honey badger. And you know what? While we're at it, any costume from X-Men Red, alright? I'll put any costume from X-Men Red up against even the Jim Lee costumes. Like, those X-Men Red uniforms, especially Jean Grey, they were so good. I'm so sad X-Men Red was only 12 issues long. That's a fun visual. That's awesome. Having one of the Kukos with Emma Frost is wicked cool. I'm about to make it even cooler for myself, because I got 3 of these, baby. More fun plastic noises and the sound of trash and whatnot, and things that you're not going to want to enjoy hearing. I'm not going to switch the head over just yet, because I kind of want to see what it looks like when they're all blonde. Well, hey, that right there, that is awesome. I have to wonder, like, it has to fit, right? The Cerebro has to fit on her head. Step. Boom. There we go. I feel like it's slightly awkwardly placed, but you know what? It works, and it's probably pretty close to how I'm gonna get them on the shelf. Because, like, despite everything, I got the Hellfire Club members here. These 3 here. These 3 are going on my villains shelf. Emma's going on my X-Men shelf. Maybe on the other side, Professor X. This is a mess. The video and the desk here. I'm gonna end it there. First video I've done in a year. It's been horrible. I hope you've enjoyed it. As I said at the start, I'm the Howlitzer Hound, and I hope to see you very soon. Laid it on a bit too heavy with the outro there, man. Jesus. Okay, cool. I am so hot right now. Bloody hell. I am sweating a storm.